Hi, my name is Sparling. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I started my business in March of 1995 on a total whim. I went to my first Pampered Chef party, not really wanting to go or buy anything, and got in there and needed everything. So the kit was very appealing to me because of all the products in the kit. So I started my business really just to get the products and to get a new sofa. I had wanted this new sofa. My husband said no, and I thought, a little bit of money might be nice right now. I was a stay-at-home mom of 4 children, so I had no money of my own. So earning just a little bit of money to get that sofa and to get those products sounding pretty cool. So that's kind of how I started. What I know now is I really was looking for something for me, an outlet from those 4 kids, something for me. But back then it was all about the products in the sofa. So it wasn't a very strong recruiter in the beginning. It took me 6 months to recruit my first consultant. She did 1 show and quit. And she wore me out. And I remember she wore, like 25 recipes later, and she wore me out. I could have done 100 shows. But anyway, I remember saying to my director, well, at least I made $33 for that. Back then, you had to be a director before you got any overrides. Okay, so that was my start with recruiting. I did attend my first national conference that summer, and decided I really learned. I decided I wanted to beef up my show schedule, go from 3-4 shows a month to more like 6. And work to become a director. I did not like it that my director got paid for that show, that she was not even there, even if it was only $33. I did not get paid. So that kind of inspired me in the beginning to work to become a director. So conference did make a huge difference. If you're here for your first time, you're going to go home and you're going to be so excited about your business. And you will probably see your business change directions for the better. So anyway, I promoted to director. I set that goal. I promoted to director January 1st of the following year. And, things were pretty good. I was making good money. People were joining the team. A couple years later, I promoted to advanced director. And guess what happened? I was in the comfort zone. I fell right smack dab in the comfort zone. And there I stayed for about a dozen years. Okay, it was comfortable. I was an upper level director. I was making good money. I had great team members to work with. I was having fun. Okay, so it just got really, really comfortable with where I was. And I was raising 4 kids, and that was important too. So, but anyway, so we were rolling along, and all of a sudden, about 7 or 8 years ago, my husband came home from work one day and said, "Guess what, honey? Got the pink slip today. I don't go to work tomorrow." We had 4 kids, 3 in college at the University of Texas, and a daughter in private school because she has learning disabilities. So it was like having 4 kids in college, and he wasn't going to go to work the next day. You never saw anybody get on the phone as fast as I did. Okay. He said to me, "The honeymoon is over. You need to go get a job." Okay, I had been out of the real workforce for almost 25 years. And that scared the living daylights out of me. What kind of a job was I going to go get? So that's when I really had to examine where I was in my business and my life and the path I wanted to take. And I decided, I can do this. I can do this really full time. I can step out of my comfort zone. I can become an executive with this company and build a team. Because now I needed full-time income for the first time in all those years. So I really changed direction. I have to thank Love Carpenter so much, because I was sitting at a director's retreat probably 3.5 years ago, and Love outlined her program to develop directors. And I could not write fast enough. I was hanging on every word she said. And I copied her, and I did it. I promoted to an executive director. We developed 5 directors that year and promoted to the executive level of the company. It was pretty cool. The perks are unbelievable. Flowers from Marla, free websites. They're calling you to go get a professional picture, or they're sending you off to this really fancy executive seminar. All these benefits for your team when you're at the executive level. It was really, really cool, and our team was on cloud 9. Okay, we had worked very hard to achieve this. It was a team effort. And so we're rolling along, and then very unexpectedly, we lost a director that had been on our team for 9 years. Very unexpectedly. 2 months later, we lost another director, okay? And by the time 3 or 4 months rolled along, several of our newer directors were really struggling to keep their 6 active consultants. We were not growing fast enough. These smaller teams were not bringing in people fast enough to meet their requirements. So sadly, we lost our executive title. So there are bumps in the road. It was tough. I was devastated. I felt bad for the team. I felt upset. I felt left out now that I wasn't included in those executive privileges and trainings and all of that. And I felt guilty. I felt like, well, maybe I was doing something wrong. So you go through that whole gamut of emotions when something like this happens. So I really was at a turning point in my business. I kind of wallowed around in self-pity for a couple of months, called my director boo-hooing and all that good stuff. And then all of a sudden I realized, okay, Cindy, you got to change this. You got to fix this, okay? You got to fix this or you got to go get a full-time job you don't want to have. So fixing it sounded pretty easy then. I just had to pull on my big girl panties. Excuse me, guys, who are in here, but I had to pull those big girl panties out, put them on, and go back to work. I had to go back to work. He's laughing up here. So, anyway, trying to think of where I was. Big girl panties. So this was the first lesson I'd like to share with you in my little story is first, things do change, and sometimes very unexpectedly. Like needing to take my job from just something that was fun and comfortable to it needed to be a full-time income for me and my family. Okay, so things do change, and sometimes when you least expect them to change. Okay, so here I was, now we've lost our executive title, and I was really at a point where I just really, really needed some clarity of direction, where to go from here. I knew how to do it. We had done it, okay, and I knew we could do it again, but I was really searching for some clarity. So I just kind of invested in myself. I don't know if any of you know of Jane Duber. She's an international trainer and author. I invested a weekend of my time, really 6 months of my time, and about $1,000 to go to a program she had to really discover or get some clarity and discover where I wanted to go and what I needed to do to get our team back on track. Now, I know our company has wonderful training programs, and I do all of those. And just like Love said, over and over again, just change up the name a little bit here and there so it's kind of new and refreshing. That's the first thing I did. And I got to tell you, I had a total mindset change when I went to this retreat. There were a lot of small business owners there, and there were only a few direct salespeople there. I was the only Pampered Chef person there. And so a lot of the training was geared toward these small business owners about how to get loans for their business and how to come up with the capital and how to hire professionals to help them develop a website and how to finance that. And how to open their doors for business, how to market and advertise and find customers, and just how to find the right employees for your business and how to set up payrolls and benefit plans for them. And it really made me realize, oh my gosh, look what we have. Look what we have. So it just totally reinstilled my belief in this company and how easy they have made it for us to be successful. They have put everything in place. And for $100, $155, we can come into this business, open our doors for business, and be as successful as we want to be. All right, so that was huge, a mind shift change for me, realizing how tough all these other people have it out there and how easy we really do have it. So, I went back, I was excited, I said, okay, Cindy, we're going to do this. We, turned every event we offer into an opportunity to bring guests. We really are trying to grow these teams, get our consultants to bring guests. We did that. I do have to say a huge thank you to the home office, because in the midst of all of this, they announced a new career plan change, which was huge. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do we love that? So the new career plan allowed us to re-promote 3 directors who had lost title on June 1st. Okay, so that's huge. So I love that. So all we really had to do was to promote 2 more directors by June 1st, with those 3 regaining title. So we went to work on a plan to develop some new directors. I offered a program, is that me? I offered a program that I call Pace Setters, and it's basically the step up with a brand new name. You know, we're always training on the same basics of the business. And so we just kind of offered those back to back. I think I ran 3 of those this spring, and then we just kicked off last Saturday, you know, our 90-day to director program, which is a lot of the same information, just with a different twist. But we were looking for people. I had to dig deep down into my downline. You know, where were the people? And mostly they were the newer people coming in. And I reached down personally and worked with all of those people together with their directors. So we promoted 2 more directors June 1st. So all we had to do is have everybody green again in July. So I will say this for the Sparling team. They love to do it in June and July because we've done it 2 times now in June and July. Achieved our executive status. So the lesson... So the next little lesson I guess I learned in all this that I want to share with you is, first, believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself that you can do it, even when you're faced with obstacles and those down times. Believe in your team, especially when they don't believe in themselves, because I certainly had team members that did not believe they could do it or didn't think they could do it again, and they can. And you've got to believe in them. And the kind of the third little twist is follow your gut, okay? You know, everybody can tell you what to do, but follow your own intuition and your gut with how to work with your team and how to use these programs with your team. So I have to give a big shout out to my director team. Several of them are back there, but they really, really rallied. We got to the point where it boiled down to the last week of each one of those months, and you guys know what the last week of the month is like, and we didn't have enough shows. I mean, we just flat out realized on some of these teams we did not have enough shows for them to be green. So we had to do something, and we had to do something fast. So I just want to share something we did that really worked and it really generated results. We had our stronger directors take downline members to shows that they had approaching, you know, late in the month shows, and try to book a show within a week. Okay, offer a special. We had a thing where it was pick a day, pick a theme, and pick a free gift for taking one of these hot dates. And these hot dates were within the next 4 to 7 days. They were really close in. And it worked like a charm. I mean, we shared our mission, and that's important. We shared our goal to get our executive status. And I would say, we just need a couple more shows. With this close, we just need 2 more shows. And if you will help our team, we will help you fill your kitchen with wonderful products and make a big deal about it. And we booked those shows we needed for those teams to be great. We even had a lady chase us out of the driveway and down the street that decided she wanted to have a show that next weekend. We're like, hey, we're stopping our cars in the middle of the road, pulling out our calendars. So, you know, I would just suggest to you, if you have some team members that want it but maybe don't have the show schedule, take them with you and see if you can't get them the bookings. I think it was key that they were there with me. I've not had a lot of luck just giving away bookings in the past, but because they were there and they were helping with the demo and they were helping with the checkout, and it was just very natural. As soon as a person came up and said, I'll take one of those dates, I sat them down with that consultant, and they planned and coached and handed over the host packet and took over that show from that moment. Okay, so it was very, very natural. So let's see here. Oh, I just wanted to encourage each of you. I'm going to close up. Just don't wait. I waited all those many years that I sat around in the comfort zone because I thought that was all I needed. I just want to encourage you, don't go there, don't wait. Take everything you can from this and build your business, build your team, because the rewards are so wonderful that you need to take charge. Okay, your future is waiting for you to come take charge of it. Your future team members are waiting for you to come find them and invite them to join your team. So just believe in yourself and just do it.